going, so stay ahead of the chains, which was nice. So I thought the energy was really, really good as a whole team. I've been here for a little while now, and there was like a little swagger about us out there, and that was good to feel and good to see.
You guys have been waiting a long time together to see those five up front together. How did it feel to finally get out there?
The number one thing would be it's fun, because we're all really close. Really good friends, on the field and off the field. So we have a good rapport. So to be able to go out there and play and execute together and see all the work that we're putting in together as a group, and it's looked pretty good. It's a small sample size, 10 plays. But like I said, it's good that we were able to go out there and play how we want to play in those 10 plays.
You're right, small sample size, but did you feel like you guys were controlling everything you needed to control on the line?
It felt that way. I'd have to watch the tape to know for sure. Yeah, it felt that way, and that's the expectation from us. And then I think one thing that fired, I know me up, Frank, a couple of the other guys. I don't think Jared was even supposed to play today. And then he heard that we were playing the starting line, and he went to Dan and he said, "I'm in. I'm playing." And I love that. You want your quarterback to go out there. He's like, if my guys are out there, I'm going to go out there and compete. We're going to go right down the field and score. And that's what we did. So we were excited to get out there as a whole offense.
When did you find out you were going to play?
Yesterday.
You said you felt like there was a little swagger out there. To what do you attribute that to?
I would say, and I've said this before, what feels different around the building is just an atmosphere for open communication to where everybody is able to ask questions and feel comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you can go out there and you can play confidently. And you know that your coach believes in you, your teammates believe in you. And I know there's been, a lot of capital spent on bringing guys in here to try and make the offense, have some firepower. And we've been working every single day, trying to have the best attitude you possibly can every single day and come to work and try to enjoy it out there. So it's hard to hit on one thing that it would be, but it did feel good out there. And we just need to maintain that for the entire 4 quarters because we know there's going to be ebbs and flows in the game. That's just the NFL. Everybody's got good players. But if we can keep that high level of energy, emotion out there, I think it can be really good for us.
Taylor, something we've seen far too often in the past is a missed assignment or a penalty will kill a drive, and the ball goes out and he drops that pass on first down, yet you guys were able to sustain the drive and finish the drive. Is there anything to that just being able to overcome something that shoot yourself in the foot at the moment that normally would take you out of it?
Yeah, I think, missed assignments, we definitely don't want those. But maybe you drop a pass, maybe you miss a block or something like that because your technique's not on. We can live with stuff like that as long as we're playing full speed, 100 miles per hour. So we always want to be ahead of the chains, but we're confident that we're able to maybe get a chunk play or get back ahead of the chains. And then it's always a next play thing. You got your guys out there that you trust, and something's going to happen. At some point this year, I'm going to miss a block, and it's not going to go good for the offense. That's just the nature of football. But we're confident that we're going to come back the next play, and we'll make up for it. I think we got a really good group on offense to be able to do that.
Is it part of that swagger coming from the fact that you guys know you're a highly touted offensive line? You probably hear about it around the league. Is that part of it,
I don't think that matters if we don't put the work in every single day. We got guys out there every day, and Coach does a really good job of today we're going. Maybe today's more of a mental day, and whatever the plan that's laid out in front of us, guys are trusting in that. So when it's time to go, we can go and we can play free, we can fly around, and just be confident. And then extra time watching film. Hank does a great job of setting us up with X's and O's and breakdown cut-ups. So it's a bunch of things, but it did feel good out there.
Last question, you referenced the weapons on offense when the run game is running like it is today. Even that pass down on route that was off a play fake. Just how good can this offense be when you have sort of working like that?
Well, I think if we can establish the run, that's any team in the NFL. Establishing the run's huge for just establishing the line of scrimmage and then being able to play fake off of it because you get the linebackers to suck up and you get one-on-one matchups, and you can find some soft spots in the defense in their coverage. So, that's what we want to be. You know, we want to be that gritty, tough team that's going to establish the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have plenty of challenges this year. And like I said, it was a small sample size, so we're going to have to see what it looks like in a full game time scenario. So, you know, next week going to Indianapolis, we're going to get a ton of reps against a really good D-line, and I think that'll be good for us to grow as a group.
Yeah, Taylor, there's some value to winning the physical battle too, and just winning the physical battle.
That's the game of football. I mean, that's what it is. It's a physical sport, you know. Typically, the team that's, controlling the line of scrimmage is more than likely going to win the game. Not to take away from anything that the receivers and skill positions can do, but you have to establish the line of scrimmage to open up the game for them. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, we got a time for a couple before coach.
Taylor just said that you weren't maybe going to play, but once you saw the offensive line was going to be intact, you wanted to play?
Yeah.
Is that how it unfolded?
Yeah, in some way. Dan maybe will shed some more light on that, but yeah. Didn't want those guys out there without me.
You guys just
Practice
practicing.
take it off from today's performance when you guys only had 10 plays.
Say that again?
Is there much you can take from the small sample size?
Yeah, obviously the result was great. We scored a touchdown, but I thought we operated well. A couple mental errors there pre-snap, but for the most part operated well, made some plays. Made a couple plays down the field and ran the ball well, and kind of what we intended to do from the jump, and we're able to do it.
From camp to camp, we've seen the elevation of the execution on the practice field, right, from last year to this. When you go out and you execute it against another team, though, does that raise your confidence and expectations in what this offense can be?
Absolutely, of course. I don't know if they had all their guys out there, but yeah, of course. Anytime you can do it against another team and do it swiftly like that, it helps. And I think next week will be a big test for us against Indy up there at their place. It'll be fun and get to see where we stand.
You sick at all? Are you under?
I just have a little scratchy throat, yeah. I think my shirt might be on backwards too. Yeah. I was in a little rush to get in here, sorry.
About not, maybe not playing in the offensive line here and that want to get out there. Did you sense something from them too? I mean, they played really well. I mean, I know it's a really good group. But
They're gelling, yeah, they're gelling, and I think I said this last week, but it's coming together for them for sure, and as you expected to, kind of this point in camp and where they're at. But yeah, it's been fun to watch, and obviously fun for me to be behind them and see them come together.
You've emphasized the importance of play action in this offense. That 2nd and 3 pass to Amon-Ra, does that epitomize, one of the plays that you feel like really?
Yeah, that was really a keeper. It was really like kind of a bootleg type of thing, so a little different. But the play action check down had Jamal as play action, and it's a version of it, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely helpful for those plays that I'm comfortable with.
You joked about, that you guys don't throw downfield. When are we going to see that? Will we see it in preseason?
I don't know. We'll see. You guys been in practice, right?
Hey guys, if we got anything else, we'll just do it out here in the hall. We got coach.
I don't call the plays, but we'll see.
do you anticipate playing at all?
I don't know. That's Dan. I'm not sure. I wish I knew. If I knew, I'd tell you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we got a lot of good looks at our guys, man. We got a lot of situational football in there, which was good. Certainly wish we would have finished that out the right way, but we didn't do that. But it was good to get a good look at our guys.
Yeah, it was a small sample size, obviously, with the first team offense and with Jared on the field. It's not one drive, but talking about the throwing downfield, deeper passing, all that stuff, the passing attack. When do you think we'll see that? Will it be in the preseason? When can we prepare for that, I guess, before we see it?
You mean just deep ball, just throwing deep ball in games and stuff? Yeah, I mean, I think some of that is you're predicated on when the defense will allow you to do it. I mean, we asked him to throw it really, I guess, 4 times a day, and we kind of mixed it in, and so we had a couple of plays in there, but they didn't. The defense wasn't really designed to take the shot, if you will. But those will come as they come. You know, we've done much better this year than we did last year. We've gotten a lot of good looks in camp, and so I feel pretty confident when the time comes, you know, as we get more reps that it'll come in games. I'll say this about Goff, man. I was proud of him. You know, we really didn't intend on playing him, and I mean, he was the one he came in my office and said, "I want to play," and I said, "Well, you're not playing." And he said, "Well, if they're playing, I'm playing." And I said, "Okay, you're playing." So I appreciate that about him, though. And, man, he went out there and ran that offense, and that's really what you're looking for out of your ones. You want to see them play fast, efficient, move it down the field, and score a touchdown, certainly, to finish out the drive. So I was pleased with them.
What does it say about him that he went to you wanting to play, and what does it say about the offensive line that they took such good care of him?
Yeah, well, I think it's a trust. I think it's about trust, you know. He trusts them, I trust him, and I trust that O-line. And I trust Ben was going to put him in the right situation. And so, look, we did what we needed to do. And, you know, I thought that group, there's always stuff you can work on. You know, we can be better with some of our tempo with that group. But at the end of the day, man, they played pretty good together for the first one out. And, you know, I was pleased with that.
What do you think of the job Tim and David did?
Yeah, look, both of them I thought made some really good plays, man. And then, you know, but then there's a couple of these plays that leave a bitter taste in your mouth, you know. Certainly the interception that Tim had, he just kind of, you know, he didn't quite lay it out in front enough. And then you know, the snap, you know, just the exchange there, the critical play there in the red zone, you know, by Blau, that one, those two hurt you, man. And that's kind of what all this is about at the end of the day. You know, you do a lot of good things, but man, those will bite you. So, but look, I thought they ran the huddle well. I thought they made some really good throws. I thought, you know, they found a way to improvise a little bit at times, and they had command of the huddle, and so all of those were good, you know. And it's certainly something to build off of. I'm not displeased with those guys at all. I just, you know, you just wish you didn't have those couple of plays, and so do they. I mean, that's the reality. But it's certainly something that they can build off of. We can.
I know it's just one series with the ones, but the offense. But is that kind of exactly what you want, is a balance between run and pass? And did you like how Ben Johnson handled it?
No, I told Ben, just call it. Just let it roll. Let's go. I don't care if he called 10 passes. I just wanted us to flow and move it a little bit. We're not into all. I mean, we game planned them for, you know, half a day. I mean, it was a very basic game plan, and so were they to us. You know, this was about just getting a look at our guys. But you want to feel like, look, we got a little bit of a rhythm, and so, no, I wasn't concerned with that. We just wanted them to play, and hey, whatever we feel like doing, let's do it.
Which day you guys drafted Aidan? I know you guys have been excited to see him play.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take very long and make an impact. What do you think this
Yeah, I thought from afar, without watching the tape, I thought he did some good things. Yes, sir.
Obviously, you focus on a day at a time, but you've got to have one eye on Philadelphia in that season opener.
Mm-hmm.
When the opposing quarterbacks run the way they did today, how important is that going to be? How much of a point of emphasis is that going to be in practice the next couple of weeks on correcting that?
Yeah, it'll be everything, and what it does, because look, they don't see that from us, you know, because we don't have these mobile quarterbacks like that, and so to see that and get live reps at that, it's really just a reminder and an emphasis on, man, you know, gap control, contain rush, like all these things, man, and you have to rely on the guy next to you, that he's going to be where he's supposed to be, that you can trust him. And because we allowed him to break contain more than, you know, a couple of times. And so that's a matter of discipline. And, you know, and some of these are young guys, you know, it's different when you're running, you know, these are different athletes. And so if you're not doing what you're supposed to do and being disciplined to it, they'll break contain in a hurry, and that happened today. So it'll be good for us. And, you know, as we start getting closer to Philly, we'll be working those things. But it was good for us to get tonight, because it's a re-emphasis on what they're going to do and how they're going to attack us.
And just
Couple more,
follow on
guys.
that, how much of that was because you didn't game plan, or is there something there that you needed to fix or correct as a quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just you got to see it. You got to see it live, full time. That's what I say. They haven't. Our guys don't do that, and so we haven't worried about it. We don't run, read, run. I mean, we'll mix some stuff in, but and so no, that hasn't been an emphasis, and we didn't work that for Atlanta either, you know. And it wasn't something they weren't doing read run. It was the illusion of read run. I mean, I talked to Arthur, but it's still when you're in the gun and some of these things, and now it's a pass, and it comes time to. Now I'm just trying to make a play as a quarterback. Man, you got to be disciplined in your rush.
And the other thing that Tom Kennedy, I mean, he played for the preseason game, just a ton of snaps. Obviously, you're short-handed receiver. What would you think about what he did and how he's grown, I guess, for that person?
Yeah, I would just say I'm not surprised. I mean, that's Tom Kennedy. He's just dependable. That's all he is. He's just dependable. He's just very dependable. That's all he is.
Just a really quick point of clarification. Was the plan to hold out Goff, was that illness related, or was that?
No. It was just something we talked about as a staff, and something, it's like, he was playing pretty good. He was in a good spot, and so we kind of said, well, if we're going to sit somebody, maybe we ought to sit Goff. And so he found out, and that was not what he wanted to do. And he had conviction about not wanting to do it, and I'm all for conviction.
The only preseason game at home, you were thinking about playing Goff for those fans?
For the fans?
Yeah.
No, it was. You're talking about not playing him for the fans?
Right.
What do you mean?
Well, they're paying their money to see, starting quarterback, right?
Yeah, true, but I think they would like to know that he's going to be there for those 17 games and playoff games too. So that's kind of what it was. I wasn't trying to hurt any fans. I was thinking about him first.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll have questions. Thanks.
Pretty much right out the gate. What does that do for you from a physical and a mental standpoint?
Yeah, it's good to have for sure. Always you want a lot of TFLs. So, yeah, and it was really cool. The fan reaction was great. Just having a lot of fun out there.
Was that the new sack dance?
Just a temporary thing. Just with the heat of the news right now, you like to keep up with it. I'm just glad I remembered, to be honest with you.
How did it feel watching the replays and the slow-mo was pretty awesome? But for you to go out there really in your first chance to do it, you did.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome for sure. I'm glad I got the opportunities. I'm glad the plays came my way. So I'm always grateful for that, and it's just my job to make them.
When you watch the film, what do you think the self-criticism will be?
Obviously, no game is perfect. I was out there for a few plays and got to clean some things up, and just trust my instincts a little better.
How different is that to play like 10 snaps or whatever it was that you've done for the day?
Yeah, it's different for sure. We were just talking about it. You're used to going into college week one, and you're playing just about 70 snaps. So I think it's nice. You get a nice little. It's nice to get into things a little bit. So yeah.
It was a preseason game, your first, obviously, but is there even more energy and juice than you might have thought in the preseason? It looked like the offense had the first time out of the box. You guys got at it right away. Did it seem even more than you thought it might be?
Yeah, no doubt. I think the Lions fans came out, and for just being a preseason game out of defense, I thought they were pretty loud. And it's always good to have that support by the fans, especially in these early games. So I'm hoping it will be rocking come Philly week 1.
And you feed that too, right? You feed off of it.
Oh yeah. You eat that stuff up, especially as a defense, being at home and when you're making plays, the crowd gets into it, and it's definitely a factor for sure.
I was asking Dan about this. So you didn't stop the quarterback, not you personally, the defense didn't stop the quarterback from getting out of the pocket the way you'd like to.
Yeah.
How valuable is that just from a learning and correction standpoint as you head toward week 1 Philadelphia where you got a mobile quarterback you're going to face?
Yeah, it's huge. Gotta have those good rush lanes. It's always a factor with those very mobile quarterbacks. So, I'm sure there'll be a point of emphasis in these next couple weeks, and then we'll get it cleaned up for Philly.
Did you prove anything to yourself, or what did you learn? Finally playing those NFL snaps.
It's I'm just playing ball. I'm doing what I've always done, and you know, I don't know if I proved anything to myself. I think, you know, obviously I'm at a next level right now, being in the NFL. But at the end of the day, it's what I've been doing for a very long time. So I'm very comfortable and I'm very confident.
Seems like each time we ask you a question about the next phase or whatever, nothing is catching you off guard. Is this going about how you would expect through these early stages of your rookie career?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm learning a lot right now. I mean, every practice I feel like I'm taking so many strides, just and I'm feeling really good with every time I touch the field. So, I mean, I feel like, I mean, I'm not even close to my ceiling yet. I feel like I got so much more to go, and I'm like, I can just see it every day with myself in practice. I'm learning so much. I'm really just figuring things out as we go, you know, and just really taking a lot of strides.
You've got a lot of attention on the Hard Knocks. Is the Billie Jean thing going forward going to be a thing?
You know, I'm sure that song will stick with me for the rest of my life now. But, you know, I'm fully prepared for that. And, you know, I love that song. So, you know, I got my opportunity in the team meeting, and I did it. And, yeah, you know, it's going to follow me now wherever I go. So now I can buy into it a little bit.
Yeah, like kick
Is it any
was.
pressure at all for you? I mean, you see a lot of fans, like, you come right in, you haven't even played the game, they have the jerseys already, you know, so much excitement. Like, is there any sort of pressure with that, or are you feeding off that? Like, just, how are you approaching that when a lot of people have these expectations for you?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if I'd call it pressure. I just think the amount of support, you know, I haven't even played a regular season snap yet, and you know, you look out in that crowd and you see so many 97s, and that's very inspiring for me. And definitely, I think it shows the support of the fans and the Michigan fans. Really, just all the fans coming through, and man, it's a really cool feeling looking up there and seeing all those jerseys. You know, especially with my hometown team.
Did you get any interesting text messages after your Hard Knocks showing?
Not that much. I'm pretty shut down right now. I don't talk to too many people right now.
Feel the eyes kind of beaming down on you with the Billie Jean came over the loudspeaker?
Yeah, I could feel it a little bit, but you know, it was like I said, it's gonna follow me wherever I go now. So I'm fully prepared for that.
That leg kick was an ode to Jackson.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep, it was. And I'm glad I remembered to do it. I never remember any of my celebrations in my head, and that was one that came to me. So, yeah.
You learned that like quickly before you did that performance, right?
What'd you say?
Did you learn that? I think I heard you learn that song quickly before you did that performance.
Yeah, I had.
What made you pick that?
I woke up one morning for our 8:30 practice. Woke up at 7, and I had an epiphany, and it came to me in that morning, 3 days before that team meeting. So, man, I'm just happy it didn't come before that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.